Wouldn't it be great to have a form or questionnaire on the internet, which in the background populates an Excel spreadsheet, and you can download this information and analyze it? Hold on, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Microsoft Forms.
Let's have a look at how easy it is to actually create your own forms that you can then publish on the internet or send a link to a client, for example, for a customer survey. What you need is you need to go to the Office 365 login page. As you can see it on my screen, you will then sign in, or you will create a new account if you need to do that. It doesn't have to be a paid account. You can use this functionality even if you're not an official Office 365 subscriber. Once you've logged into your account, you will find on the left hand side your normal applications, for example Word, Excel, PowerPoint. These are the online versions of these applications. Now, since I am a registered user, I would usually go to Excel. I will then add a new blank workbook which will open. Now at this stage it is just called workbook 14, and this is saved in your OneDrive that comes with your Office 365 subscription. What I do then next is I go insert, and one of the options here is forms. I say add a new form. Once I've clicked on forms, it opens the forms design page. It will automatically name the form as the same as the file name, but you can rename this to, let's call that we're doing a customer survey form. On the right hand side, you can go to themes and decide on any of the built-in themes that are available. Let's say we select this specific theme, and it changes the background and the color scheme of your form. What I can do next is I can add specific sections to my form. Questions, multiple questions. Let's see what is available. I open this and it says you can add a choice option, a text box, a rating, or even a date. So let's just go with text, for example, and you're going to say the customer name can go in here. You also have an option for a long answer. Now most of the time the customer names are not that long, so I'm going to stay with the default. I usually select required. So before a customer can then submit the form, they need to fill in this box. Customer name, I'm happy with that, it's required. I go to add to new, I go choice. For example, you could have where did you hear of my company? And an option could be the internet. A drive-by, for example. I drove by your company and saw it there. And you can add different options. You can have multiple answers. If it's a question where people can answer or select more than one, you can say make that a multiple, or just a single option, and I say require. Let's add another one, for example, a date box, and when did you buy from us, for example, and input a date. Ask the customer to just input a date, and also have that maybe a required field. Another option that is very nice with these forms is when you have a option of two selections. Let's say at question number 2 we had internet and drive-by. For example, if you say internet, If he selects internet, it can jump to another question. So you redirect it to another question where you might ask him something more details about where on the internet. If you select drive by, you can redirect him to another question. So let's add a question here at the bottom and say a text box, and let's say where on the internet. It's a text box, and let's add another one, and let's say if he selects drive by at the top, you want him to jump to this specific question, which might answer which or what time of the day did you drive past our location. And let's add another question. Let's say last question. Let's say just give a rating. Please rate our service. You can use stars, numbers. Let's go with stars. So that is my questionnaire. I start at the top. So that is my questionnaire. I start at the top. Let's say this question I want to redirect. So if you select internet, I want you to jump to this question which is asking where on the internet. If you say drive by, it should jump to the question what time of the day. When did you buy from us? We would rather move that question further down the list. So I'm just going to click on the question and move it further down. Let's quickly check if this has a logical flow to it. A customer name. Where did you hear from us? Internet, it will jump to this question. Drive by, it jumps to question number 5. So that question should move up. So I click on that. And let's see if the order makes sense. Customer name, where did you hear? Internet, jump to this question. Drive by, rather go to question 4. And then the last 2 questions. That makes sense. So I'm going to where did you hear from our company. I'm going to click on it, and here on the right hand side I have the option to add branching. So when I select internet, it asks you where should it go. We want it to go to question number 3. If you say drive by, we want this to jump to question number with what time of the day did you drive past. That makes sense. Logical sense. We can quickly go back and we can preview the questionnaire. This is how it will look to the client. Customer name, as soon as he enters something there, let's see, Chris. It enters. Then it says, where did you hear from our company? Let's say drive by, and then it only opens that next specific question. Let's say late afternoon, and then you complete your questionnaire, and you can select we drove past there on the 2nd of March, and you submit. You can go back to your design page again. You can always come to your form or return to your form and go to the responses, and you will see a very nice layout of the responses that you have received. Now, if you want to send this to a customer, you have 2 options. You can go, first of all, you share and you get a link that you can copy and paste, for example, into an email. But the important one to have a look at is there where you have the 3 little dots on the right hand side, which is your menu. Your settings is very important, especially this section here. If this is going to be for people in your company, then you can say only people in my organization. So when you send this to them, they will only be able to open the questionnaire and no one else. What is important, if you're going to send this to someone on the outside of your company, you will select anyone can respond and mail the link to them. So let's just go back to preview. We're happy with that. We go back. Now remember, this is automatically linked to this book 14 Excel file. So if I click on that book 14, you can see the entries are within the file, and I can copy that and do an analysis with this. So yes, please go and have a look at the form option in Microsoft Excel online. It's a great tool to use for school projects, for invitations, and even for customer reviews.